So glass ceilings and sticky floors, it's an interesting one. I haven't actually directly experienced it as an issue as I've progressed through to partner. What I would say, though, is that I did experience some resistance from partners when I became a partner. So I got through to partner relatively easily. But when I first, for example, moved to the office in Birmingham as a partner, it created a lot of upset amongst other older male partners who really didn't feel that they should have a woman on their board, really were unhappy with having me in the room. So I would say it hasn't stopped me, but it is definitely something that I've experienced as I've gone along. And certainly, I think as a partner, when you're trying to move roles within the partnership, there is still, certainly within the financial services sector, a little bit of a boys' club, and the jobs are only for those whose faces fit. I think for me the key thing on that is keep doing what you think are the right things. Find people who are going to sponsor you, because I think that is a very powerful thing. And actually, as a female who has reached that place in their career, be a sponsor to those that are coming through behind you, because I think that's really powerful. When I sat down to think about a leader who'd influenced me, I actually really struggled to find a leader who had influenced me positively as I went through my journey, particularly in the female sense. So, I think back to when I started, there were very few female partners. And actually, I would say I've probably learned more from what I would call a negative role model. So if I tell you the story, so when I started out, I worked in a team where there was a female partner, but I think she had come through, we're talking 35 years ago, so she had come through, what was a very male-dominated environment. And the way that she had got there was by being more aggressive and more alpha male than any of the men that were in her team. So she walked, talked, directed people in a very aggressive way. And I think what I took from that and what I've learned from that is that I didn't want to be like that. So I wanted to be a partner on my terms. I wanted to be me. I wanted to remain feminine. I wanted to nurture people, look after people. Obviously, I get the job done, and I can give harsh feedback if needed. But I think it's about the way that you go about it. So I think for me, it's a negative role model who taught me to be myself and to not try to be something I'm not. And that, I think, has stayed with me throughout my whole career. Yeah, so digital is an interesting one, isn't it? I think one of the keys, for diverse workforces is flexibility. So that, I often look at it in terms of flexibility. And so I suppose if you think about the way that the world is changing and the fact that we have got, all this capability to do things in a different way, I think that will help us to create more diverse teams, because it allows people to work in a much more flexible way that allows them to fit in their other commitments, their lifestyle, whatever it is they want to achieve. So I think technology is an enabler in that. It can help you to get people working from, different locations, people with different experiences, so I do think it's a positive. I suppose on its own, though, it's not enough. And if I think about diversity, particularly gender, lots of businesses want a diverse culture. We all want a diverse culture. Everybody knows that the way to get the best solutions and the best ideas is to have a mix of different people with different ideas in the room. And whilst people want it, I think traditional approaches to things like recruitment are not helpful in terms of having a diverse business, because traditional recruitment methods attract traditional candidates. So one of the ways that I see that technology can help, I suppose, is in finding new ways to get access to and to showcase what we do to different sorts of people from different environments. Some of it is as simple as changing the language that you put into your recruitment adverts, but some of it is about, advertising, having your, the fact that you want people having it shown in different locations, in different places, different schools, different universities, not the ones that you would ordinarily go to. So I do think, the digital way of working is going to be helpful in terms of diverse workforces, but I think we also need to do more in other ways as well. females having role models or having people that they can see who are achieving and who are doing these things, that then encourages other women to do things. So, I mean, I was reading a little bit about Whitney Wolfe Herd yesterday, and some of the things that she said, you know, just really ring true. This piece around harness your passion. You know, I think you need to look at what it is you really love and try and find a way then to monetize that. That's always going to be a more successful business because it's something you've got passion about. Don't fear failure. I absolutely love that one, because I think that's something that holds most people back. And I do, you know, I don't want to distinguish men and women, but I do think with women particularly that fearing of failure, it does hold people back. So that don't fear failure, see failure as a way to learn and a way to move forwards, is a really positive message. And one of the other things she talked about was resilience. And actually, I think that's something that women can be really good at, this never take no for an answer. I think that's a very powerful thing. And I think we can be really strong in that space. The other thing I think when I was reading about her that actually really struck me was she made some comment about kindness underpins everything that she does. And I think that in a way that links back to what I was saying about my anti-role model. You know, I think as females in business or female entrepreneurs, you want to do it as yourself, and you know, being successful doesn't mean you need to be harsh, aggressive, nasty. You can do it in a way that is also kind and nice to the people around you. So really positive stories coming out from her. I don't think we're going to see lots and lots of female billionaires, but hopefully we'll see lots of women setting up their own businesses and being hugely successful.